How do you stop a terrorist? Not like this.
Hey, before we get into the next clip, why don't you go check out TYT's brand new audio network at tyt.com/audio. It's a bunch of podcasts.
We talked before about the show Who is America starring Sacha Baron Cohen. It's basically his newest prank show, but he's going to be pranking some state lawmakers. We got our first taste of it with State Representative Jason Spencer from Georgia. He appeared on Who is America in what he thought was a terrorist, anti-terrorism training video. Just watch this video.
In America, there is one forbidden word. It is the N-word. Now, I am going to be the terrorist. You have 3 seconds to attract attention. Go! Are you crazy? The N-word is noonie, not this word. This word is disgusting.
And that's just one of a number of awful things that he does on this segment. He also pretends to be a Chinese person and takes a photo up the skirt of a mannequin wearing a burqa. What else does he do? Oh, he also bears his entire butt, underwear down and everything, because he's told that ISIS is afraid if they touch a butt that they'll be gay, and so he's yelling America. It's a wild thing to watch. This was actually just in the post credits of the episode in the video titled "A Message to Terrorists" from Representative Jason Spencer. There you see him. Oh my gosh, it's
because Brett laughed.
It's outrageous. So obviously the New York Times has reached out to him to comment. And this is in part what he says. He says, "It is clear that the makers of this film intended to deceive me in an attempt to undermine the American conservative political movement."
This is so stupid.
He has sought legal counsel and he plans to take action if and when any of this fraudulently obtained footage of me is used by these Hollywood liberals to line their own pockets. Now, interestingly enough, he is sort of rounding out his term. He's not up for re-election. So he says that he was in a compromised position. I don't know.
I believe he lost his primary, right?
He did.
He's still finishing up his 4th term though. This man is an elected official. He's still working as an elected official. And I don't care who you are. There were tons of cameras in the room. And I mean, I don't know how heavy the manipulation he's kind of alluding to there is, but I don't think that there's anything that could make me say the F word or some other slur. Just
if it wasn't inherently in your vocabulary or a natural reaction.
You couldn't talk me into that. I would be like, okay, but I'm gonna bleep that part out.
Right.
I'm not gonna say that though. Is that cool? And honestly, just how ridiculous just the premises of these things. Someone looked at him and said, okay, let's do a training exercise. You're gonna put your butt towards me and say, if you don't put the gun down, I'm gonna make you gay. I'm gonna make you a homosexual. And he listened to that and he had 2 options. Option A was pull his pants down and do it. Option B was say, hey man, this sounds weird, I'm gonna leave.
Right.
And he chose option A, an elected official. And I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous that it happened. Not because it's funny, it's just this is where we are. But this is him.
Yeah, when Oprah says when people show you who they are, believe them, right?
And he showed us, he told his colleague, a black elected official, that she could come up missing if she messed with Confederate statues. He's wild.
The best is there was someone last week who was convinced to support the arming toddlers program.
Right.
And his defense of that action, the kindergartens, was listen, it's not what you think. It is way different than what you think. This was someone I thought was an Israeli soldier who flew me out to DC and put me up in the Ritz-Carlton. They gave me stuff, so why wouldn't I do what they say? It's dude, that's what everyone's frustrated with, is that lawmakers do stuff because they get money for it.
Right.
And everyone I know on this network is advocating to try to take the money out of that process, so you then just have to advocate for what the people want versus what people with money tell you to believe in.
Yeah.